everyone, and welcome to another edition of UBTV News Magazine. Coming to you from the University of the Bahamas, I'm Leandra Roll.
And I'm your co-host, Canton Hepper. Our program has campus news, health, business, entertainment, sports, and so much more.
In campus news, the University of the Bahamas held its annual Foreign Languages Week.
Yes, Leandra, Foreign Languages Day was filled with fun, food, and entertainment. Our reporter, Giselle Roll, experienced cultures from around the world.
Students, faculty, and invited guests all gathered on Independence Park to celebrate the annual Foreign Language Day. Food, drinks, music, dress, arts, and crafts of different nationalities were displayed on the park.
Well, this Foreign Day, it allows me to actually showcase what I've learned so far in the term, and I get to share my experience with it as well. It highlights a little bit of each culture with the food, the dance, the culture itself. So I like that we at the Bahamas are open.
I think this is a very good question. I think we have a big responsibility to encourage the student, that the student take the language with enthusiasm. We need to understand that the Bahamas is an international country, like my country, Costa Rica. So this is the kind of country that everybody wants to come to the Bahamas. When I travel to the United States or to Europe or Latin America, they say, oh, I envy you that you live in the Bahamas. So
This year, Foreign Language Day has come to a close, and it was a great and successful one at that. The students and faculties had a great time. I'm Giselle Roll reporting for UBTV.
In campus news, students and faculty members came to the renovated Portia Smith building to beautify the area. Here's Jade Bethel with Campus Beautification Day.
It's springtime again, and that means both staff and students are coming together to make the campus of the University of the Bahamas a more beautiful place.
As we come here to work, it is just a wonderful opportunity to come and to say, let me make something beautiful.
Pulling out shovels and paintbrushes, they took to the newly renovated Portia Smith building, planting trees, indigenous flowers, and repainting boundaries in the parking lot.
Well, I'm helping with the mulching of the, once they were planted the plants, we're doing the mulching. We finished around the G block, all of the areas there, and now we're here to help with this. The mulching is to help keep the weeds down and make it look really nice and pretty.
Today we're focusing on the area around the Portia Smith building, which has just recently been renovated. It's a beautiful building. We put on a third floor, and this is a one-stop shop for all student services now. And so we're trying to beautify the area around it, making it a lot more inviting. The parking lot is going to be repaved very soon as well, and so it's going to be a beautiful area.
Cleaning up and helping out at the University of the Bahamas on this beautification day. I'm Jade Bethel for UBTV.
Our generation is considered to be lazy and disinterested in the world. In business news, my co-host Leandra Roll attended the Millennial Expo to show that we can make a difference.
The Millennial Entrepreneurial Expo kicked off its first annual event at St. John's College, where many young Bahamian entrepreneurs came out to showcase and promote their businesses. Few of the items showcased at the event included homemade beverages, fashionable jewelry, and male accessories. And for many young entrepreneurs, it was a perfect opportunity to build clientele and also network with other business owners.
This event here, I figured that young entrepreneurs will come out and produce their product and their service and what they offer and what they can offer to other young entrepreneurs, so now we can network.
The event also featured several guest speakers who gave much insight to the public on how they can create and maintain successful businesses.
First, really, honestly, and truly, find what it is that you love. Find what it is that you love. It may sound stupid, it may sound like it's cliche, but really find what it is that you love.
Through the networking, we can significantly help one another with creating the type of partnerships that are necessary in this economy to actually make things happen. We hope that attendees will get the confidence to make a difference, to unleash their ideas.
Founder of the exhibition, Clayton Panza, shares why he decided to create an event specifically for young Bahamian entrepreneurs.
It's a very good initiative to bring back to the Bahamas for young entrepreneurs that actually want to venture on into their own thing, you know what I'm saying? I visited some trade shows throughout the US and Canada, and I thought that, hey, I should bring this back home. And we brought it back home. We put the idea out there to see what would be interested. You know, we got over 130 people that were interested in it, and we got about 25 to 30 of them that actually solidified their spot here today.
Clayton says he hopes the event will continue to attract more young entrepreneurs and generate more business connections and opportunities in the future.
My name is Leandra Roll, reporting for UBTV. In other business news, in order to succeed, you need guidance and inspiration to make your dreams come true.
Island Look Media held 50 Shades of Success at Atlantis Paradise Island featuring motivational speakers. Here's Andrea Davel with that story.
Hundreds gathered at the Imperial Ballroom in the Atlantis Hotel for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've got a feeling that tonight's going to change and transform the lives of those who attended 50 Shades of Success. Internationally renowned and best motivational speaker Les Brown touched the lives of many Bahamians, giving them the keys to success. Les Brown made his name encouraging others to overcome any odds that stand in their way.
I know something about you and I don't know you. That you have greatness in you. You were born with greatness. Greater is he that in you than he that's in the world. You are more than a conqueror. You're born with greatness, but you've been programmed to fail.
Les overcame many challenges, and despite the odds, he kept pushing. With great orators such as Zig Ziglar, Les Brown began educating himself and pursuing his dreams of becoming the best motivational speaker of all time.
So let us say together, it's possible. I can have my dream. It's necessary. Say it again, it's necessary. See, if you're casual about your dream, you end up a casualty. You've got to decide that it's necessary. I told my mother, Mama, I'm going to buy you home one day. That was not something nice to say. I was serious.
During a backstage interview with Les Brown, he gave this advice to aspiring speakers.
I will encourage them, number one, is to find a subject matter that you feel most competent and confident to speak on, that is your passion, and get a coach. Don't try and wing it. Try and find someone who speaks on the level that you want to speak on as a coach and a mentor, because you can't see the picture when you're in the frame, and someone with a trained eye can bring out a part of you and help you to connect with your power voice. That's part of a training that I do called Discover Your Power Voice, and we train people how to speak to the world. For hopefully they'll reach out to me at lesbrown77@gmail.com. 7 is my lucky number.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you.
Reporting for UBTV, I'm Andrea Davo.
Also business news, Wendell Jones gathered a group of panelists to talk about how one can succeed in business and in life.
Our reporter Ray Benoit went to the Spirit of Excellence event held up at JCN Studio. Here's that story.
You want to be the best, but how do you become the best? There was a panel discussion on the Spirit of Excellence at the JCN Studios, hosted by Wendell Jones.
Excellence is not a gift, but an attitude. Successful people unconsciously strive for excellence. They compete with themselves and refuse to be average.
High-profile members of the community gave their perspective on what it takes to be number one in life and in one's career.
First thing is initiative. Don't wait for someone to tell you what to do. Look for things that needs to be improved in your organization and seek to improve it. Use initiative to act on opportunities. Become a leader before anyone asks you to become a leader.
The pursuit of anything in life requires an understanding of purpose, a possession of focus, and a commitment to a strong value system.
The American historian William Durant simplifies this by saying, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit.
One interesting point made was one can be the best, no matter what they do in life.
The essence of excellence is the young Bahamian man on the corner selling peanuts. Consistency, quality, attention to what he does. In my mind, that is excellence.
After the taping of the show, I spoke to a few panel members on their feeling of excellence.
That's what money's about. Planning it, doing it with some sense of order. Not just doing it now because I want to do it now. Now may not be the best time. You get a better price if you wait, or so on and so forth. That is the key point. That's the relationship between money and the spirit of excellence.
There's a thin line between entitlement and confidence, and which is also a part of becoming excellent. So entitlement without hard work will likely not lead to excellent results. But entitlement with the sense that I know I can do this and you're willing to put in the work to do it, then I think that can be a very positive thing.
And what about those of us who want to be the best journalists on the island?
And to develop skills in writing, how to express yourself.
Reporting from JCN's Spirit of Excellence Forum, my name is Ray Benoit for UBTV.
In other health news, the Bahamas is #1 in diabetes in the world, and 80% of the population is obese.
The University of the Bahamas is committed to tackling this event with its annual UBFit. We have team coverage on this event.
Participants of this year's UBFit hit the road in the early hours in April. After a quick stretch, running in place, and warming up, it was time to take to the streets. First the bikers riding their way out, followed by the runners, then the walkers. Through the darkness, the runners and walkers were cheered on by our volunteers. At the 5K turnaround, the runners and walkers refueled with water on the go. For those who were inspired, they kept on running through the early dawn.
UB fit. How you feel on the race? Really good.
At the 10K turnaround along Bay Street, the cheers got louder. The music was pumping and the volunteers gave support.
So, how are you encouraging persons at UB Fit this morning?
Run, Forrest, run!
As the sun came up, the UB Fit team was making their way back to the finish line with the UB cheerleaders cheering them on. Skaters, runners, even parents were pushing carriages forward to the finish line.
Coming to you from the UB Fit route, I'm Thomas Robinson reporting for UBTV. I'm going to turn this over to Miss Leah Cooper with more on the story.
Everyone's in high spirits today as the campus community comes together to walk, run, skate, and cycle towards a healthier Bahamas. Let's check it out.
As the runners trickled into the finish line, we got a few words from the event sponsors.
We understand that part proceeds go to making the campus more handicap friendly, and being a health insurer, we fully support that.
And why did you guys decide to sponsor an event like this?
Well, we believe in partnership, especially with a big organization like UB, and this is our second year partnering with UB, and it's just been an awesome experience the first time, and we wish the college continued success.
We also got a chance to speak with the event coordinator, Candace Eldon, about this year's turnout.
UB Fit is all about a movement where we are, as the University of the Bahamas, becoming more health conscious. We are the leaders in tertiary education, so why not be the leaders in health and wellness as well? And so a part of the UB Fit movement is moving more, raising money to increase special needs mobility here on our campus. We have students, faculty, and staff that have mobility challenges, and we want to do things to make them feel more accommodated. So the funds, part proceeds, goes to our annual fund, which helps with scholarships, research, travel for our students. It's been an amazing adventure. Corporate Bahamas has come on board. We raised almost $40,000 with this race, and more money will come in as people see and buy into the belief that you have to take care of your body and you also have to help your community.
Participants also chimed in and told our news team about their experience.
The experience is amazing. Everybody's having fun, and so am I.
No, they enjoyed it. He had the best seat in the house, but I told him next year he's going to be walking with me.
Awesome. A little longer on the 10K, but it's good for the exercise, and it's excellent. Well organized and well planned out. Excellent. To thank the people who got me here, my wife and HR people, are all the ones who made this count. Even though I came in last, it was okay.
I'm tired and I'm hungry, but I did it!
Reporting for UBTV, I'm Leah Cooper.
In arts and entertainment, Dr. Sophia Rule from Tourism Studies showed off her talents in paint, ceramics, and other crafts.
She held an art show to showcase her works at the Dundas Center for Performing Arts. Here's more on that story.
Art is in the eye of the beholder, then Sophia Eclectic Art Show is an eye full of color and imagination.
It's amazing. I love the way that she's working with the different colors. The fluid art is really eye-catchy.
Each unique piece on display at the Dundas Center for Performing Arts. Her artwork ranging in all sizes and all topics.
First of all, I'm impressed by the whole array of the styles. I saw the bottle corks, and then there's a painting inside the back there that I really don't know whether it's a painting. It's art. I just can't describe it because there's so many different arrangements within the one painting.
Obviously, the sea is a big inspiration. We live in an archipelago, lots of water all around us. Water is always moving. It's fluid. So that's an inspiration for me. I've worked in several mediums. It's not just the fluid art. It's the abstract. I've done some things with ceramic tile as well. I've done things on canvas, bags, and I've even done a wine rack made out of a hat box that I also sell.
And talk about recycling. Some paintings use items from the sea, with this crab and seashells on a large-scale canvas.
The art is fantastic, and my favorite piece so far is the crab crawling one.
Reporting for UBTV, I'm Leah Cooper.
In the Bahamas, we are accustomed to hearing rake and scrape and chunkanoo music.
However, I met an up-and-coming Bahamian artist that brings a new flair to the Bahamian music industry. Telling stories through music is nothing new for producer, artist, and engineer Sherwood Rami. Let's take a look into his career.
I would try to bring the moon to these guys and end up looking like a goon to these guys. If I waited in the water for these daughters, man, I swear to God, I would be a prune to these guys' love.
Sherwood's career in the music industry started while he attended the then College of the Bahamas. He says he began by making investments into studio equipment, recording, and making beats. Sherwood also shares his creative vision when it comes to producing his music videos.
Video ideas come directly from the songs, so from writing it, it's like, okay, I can see what this would look like as a visual. So for the one I got away, for example, story where I used to like this girl in high school. She never really liked me back the same kind of way, but at the same time I still like her, so I figured let's attach like a real comedic, almost stalker kind of thing to it. Follow this girl around as she goes from the gym to home, try to get her attention once again, because like time has passed since the last time she's seen me, so I don't look the same.
Sherwood adds he aims to create chill and conscious vibes through the lyrics he writes. He says the feedback in his career has been great.
The response has been pretty, I want to say pretty good, pretty genuine. It's probably the best description. Like, people really come up to me and tell me I was going through a similar situation, and it's funny that you would put that in a song.
Sherwood produces most of his music in his home studio. His process involves using keyboards, mixers, and bass guitars. He then meshes the different sounds into one program for a complete sound. We even got a sneak peek on an upcoming song. Rami also shares what pushes him to be an artist.
Mostly the joy I get from doing music, just being able to express myself and bring the ideas that I have in my mind to a more tangible sonic sense. It's a really fulfilling thing for me.
Sherwood says fans can expect more music in the future. Reporting for UBTV, I'm Kenton Epper.
For the 8th time, the Bahamas hosted the 47th Carifta Track and Field Games with athletes from throughout the Caribbean.
We have team coverage of the 3 days of fierce competition at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium.
The 7th edition of the Carifta Track and Field Championships took place here in the Bahamas at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. 500 athletes from 26 Caribbean countries gathered together for 3 days of fierce competition. The games were in celebration of the late Dr. B.J. Nottage, who was a sports icon and political giant. Since the first game back in 1971, the Bahamas has hosted the game on 8 different occasions. Rose Carey, the president of the B3As, was not shy when she declared that 2018 games would be the best ever.
And the 8th time that the Bahamas will have hosted Caribta, making us the only country in the Caribbean to host the most Caribta games. And without a doubt, not being braggadocious, this will be the best Caribta games.
Telecommunications served as the title sponsor for the game. Garfield Sinclair, the CEO of Flow, shared his excitement to be associated with what is deemed as the Olympics of the Caribbean.
Intend on continuing our strong association with this incredible event.
7th annual Caribta Games are open here at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. On to you, Lauren.
Caribta Day 1 and 2 was filled with fierce competition as spectators from across the region packed the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Coming in first place was Team Jamaica with a total of 82 medals, followed by the home team, the Bahamas, with 35 medals, closing out with Trinidad and Tobago with 17 medals. Debbie Ferguson McKenzie, a Golden Girl and now a recruiter at the University of Houston, is glad to be home and is excited to find new athletes.
Just being at home when Caribta is being hosted here, you come to support and to spectate and to help, but also, representing the University of Houston. I'm here recruiting, trying to make sure I find some Bahamians or any kids from the Caribbean for that matter to be able to be awarded a athletic scholarship to attend the school. So it's just love to be home and that we actually hosting the Caribta Games. Most of the kids, I'm looking at them and I'm looking up at them. So they're taller, they're faster, they're stronger than we were. But I can't give the names out because if I give the names out, then everybody else who was here recruiting will be trying to go over them. But there are a few under 20 and definitely a whole lot under 17, both male and female. So the future looks very bright.
Our very own university student, Quenisha Marshall, tells us about her time at Caribta.
Well, my performance wasn't as I expected, I would say. But with more meets coming up, I think I'll do well. Yes, I saw execution for sure in my 800 especially. When I got out and I did my best, I just keep up with them. And I got blocked in, but it was okay for me. I went out there and I ran my best. I came out, I ran fast, so it's all really matters. I wanted to run, my goal was to run 208, but I ran 214. But with more meets under my belt, I'll be good after.
And that wraps it up for day 1 and 2 of the Caribta Track and Field Championships. On to you, Suzelle.
The Bahamas has hosted the Caribta Games in a total of 8 times, more than any other Caribbean country. Athletes competed over a period of 3 days where they showcased their agility, power, and strength on the track and the field. The under-17 boys 4x1 expressed that although they gave it their best, they still had difficulties due to obstacles on and off the track.
I would say being fatigued. We were all tired, we all had a hard week, but we pushed through it, so nothing I would say is a problem. It's just something we can fix in the future.
I could work on my end a little bit more, but I was in lane 3, and I knew that I had to get out, and I did just that.
One of the under-17 4x4 girls tells us her strategies prior going into the race.
Definitely wanted to get a great start, which we did. We definitely, the first leg, Jasmine Knowles definitely held her leg. Second leg, you just want to, get in a good position, make sure you maintain like a podium position, so for sure we would medal. Third leg, you want to also maintain that position. And for me, fourth leg, I just wanted to bring it home strong. So that, we guaranteed on the podium.
The Caribta 2018 Games here at the Bahamas has officially ended, and now it will be held in 2019 in the Cayman Islands. I'm Chazelle Roll reporting for UBTV.
It was an exciting year for the athletics department and the UB Mingos.
Yes, Kenton, the athletic department held a banquet at the Hilton to award outstanding team players. Anisha Jones was there for the ceremony.
Athletes at the University of the Bahamas were treated to a night of glitz and glamour this past weekend as the university held its first annual Student Athletes Awards banquet at the British Colonial Hilton. The night sped on with remarks from the University Athletics Director, Kimberly Roll.
UB Athletics has experienced other successes. Those successes, however, have not come with its fair share of challenges. But we recognize and embrace those challenges as we are cognizant that challenges are a part of growth. And the one thing I can say without contradiction is that we are growing.
And the host, Darren Turnquest, who filled the night with laughter.
You know what? Ain't none of y'all is the winner. Go sit down. Go sit down. Ain't none of y'all is the winner.
Female Athlete of the Year went to softball and volleyball athlete Akia Rose. Academic Student of the Year went to Duchili Richard. Taking home Coach of the Year is men's soccer Dion Godet. And Team of the Year is also men's soccer. And last but not least, Best Dressed and Best Entrance went to the beautiful volleyball team. One of the biggest wins of the night was Ken Mullins, who won the awards for Male Athlete of the Year and Men's Track and Field Athlete of the Year.
I was not expecting it because I was put against so much great athletes like Stort for soccer and Kim Z for basketball, because they have done so much great things this year. So I was kind of surprised that I won the event.
Sasha Johnson, the head athletic trainer, says that it's a great feeling to be a part of the growth of the athletic department.
I've had the pleasure of working at a Division II school prior to me coming here at the university, and this is definitely on a larger scale than what I've seen at even at the Division II level. So it's a taste of what's to come, and definitely I know it's going to be growing in the years to come.
Reporting from the British colonial Hilton, I'm Anisha Jones, UBTV.
That's all this month from us here at UBTV News Magazine. I'm Leandra Roll, and as always, it was a pleasure having you with us.
And I'm Canton Epper. If you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, be sure to email us at ubtvradio@ub.edu.bs. And thank you for watching.
So from UBTV News Magazine, see you in the fall semester. Bye.